In the fall of 2011, the Marion County State Attorney's Office begins the trials of the 5 teenage defendants accused of beating, shooting, and killing 15-year-old Seath Jackson in April of that year. Charlie Ely and Justin Soto were found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison.
During the court process, Charlie Ely would talk to her family and they would laugh and joke about where they were going to go out to dinner as soon as she was found not guilty. She was completely convinced that she did nothing wrong and that she was going to walk away free.
Do you think what you did was right or wrong?
I think it was wrong.
So you know what you did was wrong, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at least I'm getting that from you. We know the difference between right and wrong.
I just want to die.
I don't want you to, you have a baby to live for, okay?
Yeah, but how am I going to live for it if I'm in jail?
It's a bridge we have to cross when we get there.
When I testify at trials, I see the defendant sitting at the table and I'll see how they're dressed, and they're always dressed well and they're always trying to present well. But unfortunately, that's not always a true depiction of what they looked like or how they acted when they were choosing to commit this crime. But as I testify, I focus more on the jury. It's my job to tell the story. It's my job to be open and honest. And so I focus on them, and as I answer questions, I just try to tell them the story. I don't focus very much on whoever's sitting at the defendant's table.
But those defendants continued to reveal more about what happened to Seath.
Was he dead when you guys put him in the fire?
Yeah,
How do you know that?
because Mike shot him again.
Because he was still alive?
Yeah.
So he took at least 4 bullets. He was still alive. So Mike shot him one more time in the bathtub because he was still alive.
There was no doubt in my mind that they were all involved and all should be found guilty. Oftentimes, defense attorneys are good at what they do. They're crafty. Oftentimes, jurors can be distracted by details that really aren't significant. So I understand that sometimes guilty people are found not guilty. But in my mind, I knew they were all involved. I knew they should all be found guilty. And I trusted that the juries would listen.
Amber Wright and her brother Kyle Hooper are tried together in 2012. They are both found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison.
Watching Amber Wright's attitude and demeanor during this entire investigation and all the way through the court process, it was sad. There appeared to be not a single bit of remorse, not a single bit of care. For a person that young to be involved in something so gruesome, either she was hiding her feelings or she's just a heartless individual.
Kyle has changed a lot from the time he was arrested till he went off to prison, because he was at the county jail and I would see him regularly. I hate to say this, but I almost feel bad for him because he was the only one that was remorseful. And I think that it hit him before it hit everybody else, the consequences of what happened. But it was too late. There was nothing he could do at that point.
Knowing that Amber could one day be released from prison, I'm kind of torn. When I saw her go through this process and go through the trial, I felt like there was no remorse. So that side of me feels like she should spend the rest of her life in prison.
Facing the death penalty, Michael Bargo's trial takes place in 2013.
Without a doubt, Michael Bargo was the person who drove this crime. He drove this premeditation and this plan. And without a doubt, he is the one responsible for all of them having committed this crime and gone to prison.
I've been in court when Bargo's been in court. He's very, he's smirky. He thinks he's a star. He really acted through his trial like he was the star of the show. Very cocky.
Michael Bargo was placed on death row, and because of the crime and its atrocity and heinousness, he's still there on death row. But ultimately in the state of Florida, it seems like people stay on death row for a long time.